And I was delivering because I used to do vending. I used to do candy machines and soda machines, coffee machines. That was my job when I was learning how to trade. So I was driving around in a Suzu liftgate truck full of candy and sodas and shit, going around servicing machines all around the Baltimore area. I worked for a company out in Owings Mills that doesn't exist anymore. But I had charts with me constantly. And I lived and breathed this shit. Like, I couldn't get enough of it. Clearly, you can tell still at 50 years old, I am still immersed in this because it is me. Like, this is me. My wife says it all the time. It's like, this is you. This is like, we're small little pieces and extensions and peripherals to your trading. We're the small little extras in the play that is ICT. And unfortunately, that sucks as a husband and a dad. But as a trader, it makes me fucking rock hard because I know what that means, because that means I'm in it. I'm all in it. My entire life, I've been that way since the 5th of November, 1992, on a Thursday night at 9 p.m. in my aunt and uncle's house, reading a book that literally was a roadmap to lose money. But when I lost that money, folks, let me tell you something. That's all it took. That first initial decision. Because I sat there and I was afraid to put that first trade on. I was so afraid to go into the futures market. I thought by going into options, that would be safer. Man, was I wrong there. I lost half of my money. Overnight, the first night. Orange juice, that shit. By the way, the fella that sent me the little thing, orange juice, I don't have it sitting on my desk, but I do have it. It was cute. The other stuff you sent me. Yeah, and you know who I'm talking about, Mr. Huddleston. But this fear that you probably have when you finally get your funded account, that first trade, the easiest thing you can do is put the smallest leverage on and flip a quarter. If it's heads, just buy something. If it's tails, just sell something and get it out of the way. Once you pop that cherry, not to be crude, but you just got to just do it. You just got to let it happen. Whatever the result is, you've done it. Because you're going to be so afraid of that first trade and you're going to make it more than it really is. And the longer you wait to do that first engagement, the more psychological impact it's going to have when you do take it. So as soon as you get funded, or whenever you open up your live account, the very first trading day, flip a quarter. There it is. And that quarter that you flip, keep it at your trading desk. Because you're going to need that quarter again in the future. When you just feel like you need to have something to distract you from wanting to get out of your trade, flip that quarter. Stick to the fucking rules. You have to distract yourself because that's what indicators do. Indicators are going to distract you from price. It's going to distract you from looking at what really is going on. Because if you always are looking at indicators, this is why this shit has never been observed by anybody else. Because they have constantly been bombarding us with what? Something to look at, a red herring. Put these triangles over your chart, and we're going to call it harmonic. Ride the Elliott wave. Everything's supply and demand. Like everything else is supply and demand. No, these markets don't work like the fucking grocery store, okay? This is totally different. This is absolutely totally different. In the grocery store, we might be paying a lot more money for things today, but it's not a ruthless cutthroat business like trading is. There's nothing like this. And when you get involved in it, you're either going to fall in love with it and fall head over heels over it. Even if you're not profitable yet, you're still going to love it. If you feel that way, I'm going to tell you something. You are destined to do well in this. You have the very thing that's needed. That means the passion and the endearment for this industry. Because if you're a casual, just let me just dabble and see what happens. If I make money, great. If I don't, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. If you lose money and you feel like this is it, this is the worst thing that could ever happen, this decision you made was the worst thing you could have ever done for yourself, the trading is not for you. Because losing on trades or losing an account for a real trader, that doesn't mean shit. That's just a speed bump. Now, I'm not discounting the fear, the regret, the remorse that you're going to feel if you blow your account. That's real. You have to come to terms with that. And you're going to feel that if you have monthly goals. When you first start out, you're going to think you got to figure it out. You're going to go faster, harder than you really should, sooner than you should. And you're going to have that same experience every one of us have had, regretting pushing too hard, trying to prove something, and you blow out. Let me tell you something. There ain't no shame in doing that. If you blow out, max loss day, blow your account, major drawdown, go into a tailspin, all of that shit is what we do. That's what this industry, that's the common denominator. You're going to lose eventually, but how much are you going to lose? If you push really hard and you try to do Olympic-sized feats and you blow the account, does that mean you suck as a trader? No. It just means that you were pushing really, really hard and you went beyond the thresholds that your account and your skill set could afford. Done. Now, that is not how you should be trading every single setup. If you're not in a competition, then why the fuck are you trying to trade like a competition? Try to trade profitably. Be eloquent with your entries. Precision. Manage risk impeccably. That's hallmarks to a highly skilled professional trader. Knowing what they're looking for, engaging it perfectly, managing their stop perfectly, taking partials when it allows it. And if it stops you out and you don't get your target, who gives a shit? You've made money. That's the whole reason why you took the trade, right? I mean, nobody's in my community saying our targets are the only ones we got to have. Like, when's the last time you watched me do a full pull? I can do them on every single one of my trades. Anything that I execute on, I can do a full pull. A full pull is me not taking any partials. But I'm teaching you by example, this is what you want to look for because you're learning. See, you're going to get in trades early, sometimes late. You're going to do this shit wrong. And that's all part of this. It's all normal for you to do that and fail. That's normal. Everybody does this. And you learn from those experiences. You don't learn from making money. Filled. You never learn from making money. The only thing that shit does is make you more hopped up to do it again quicker than you should. You're going to rush back in. And the lesson comes from you not doing what you feel like you need to do when you make money, which is go back in right away because that dopamine hit, it wears off fast. Especially as soon as you take your win to the social media and nobody gives a flying fuck, you're going to feel like, oh, it wasn't big enough. Let me go in there and do more. I got to do 500 contracts of the E-mini S&P or US 500. Because then they'll pay attention to me then. ICT will like my post if I'm using $1 million leverage in my pound dollar trade. If you're using unrealistic expectations in your trades and you're using exorbitant leverage, its chances are I'm not going to like your post. And I'm doing that to show you, be a little bit more humble. Okay, because you're not trading with that kind of leverage. So don't do that. I'm not impressed with those demo profits. I'm impressed with the person that shows precision. Their stop loss is there. They're recording their entry and exit. I love that. And my students do that. I don't like the screenshots of the fake arrows and the typed out how many contracts you're getting. You can tell you when you do it. I can see it. If I can see it, I know everybody else can see it. I'm not going to co-sign fraud. And some of you want to see me like your post. So that way it makes you feel good that your dopamine hit. Instead of doing the work, seeing it pan out in your own charts, you won't need me to like your post. You won't need me to reply to your post. And I appreciate all that adoration, but it's needless. I'm not a fucking king, okay? I'm not a goat. I'm just a 50-year-old dude that has worked his ass off, and I couldn't do it until I was blessed with it. And I'm doing my part to keep it up. So don't make me more than I really am. But you have to be realistic when you do it. Don't be fake about any of it. If you lost trying to do something, be honest and share it with the community. But don't talk in defeated language. Oh, I blew it again. I'm so fucking stupid. That right there, you're anchoring that bad moment with negativity. And you're going to be fearful of that same result the next time you do the same thing you just did. And you might not get the same result, but you'll be fearful of it and you won't do it. And then it pans out. And then how you feel? Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. When I do it, I lose. And when I'm ready to do it again, I should do it, but I won't do it. And then it makes a win. And then you're going to flip-flop back and forth feeling like, I don't know what I'm doing. When you have to press into that uncertainty. Trading is a professional loser's game. Every fucking trade that we enter, they're all losers from the start. You got to cover the costs. You got to cover the dealing spread in Forex.
Order filled.
Every single one of us has to manage a losing trade right from the jump. Some of us manage them better than others. And you have to remind yourself that you're the only one at the helm. I can't fix the shit when you do it wrong. When you steer into a tree, you done wrecked your shit. Like, I can't fix that. And you have to live with it. You got to come back from that and know that, hey, you're in good company. I've fucking blown lots of accounts as a young man. I've done that. That's normal shit. Even when I was in my 30s, I've set accounts up. And I had my own algorithms where it would put orders in, and I was testing high frequency trading. And I'd set them up, let it go, and then boom, 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 boom. Inside of 1 hour, the account's gone. Because the settings would be off, and I'm pushing it full board. Bang, 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 bang. I'm not doing the trading. My program's doing it. And boom, 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 it's done. Well, I take that data and I say, okay, what did it do wrong? What do I have to fix and debug it? Now, if someone looked at that and said, oh, look at this. He put his account together, sat there for 2 weeks. First day out the gate, boom, shot himself in the ass. Looking at it outwardly, that it was like, this guy took that many trades and the whole fucking account roasted in 1 day, not knowing that what I was doing was, number one, I'm setting all my parameters up to see what I can do. And it wasn't a lot of money, but outwardly looking at that, it'd be like, oh, that's failure. That's a person doesn't know. I'm trying to automate something. And that failure shows you what you need to adjust and what you need to fix. So there's a lot of ignorance in this industry, especially from people that are just coming in. They don't even know how to fucking trade, but they're going to give an opinion about somebody else. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You have never taken a trade in your life. And you're going to criticize other people and me? Fuck off. Get out of here. You have no idea what you're doing. You have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. And you have no business giving your criticism about anyone. You're still working a job. You've never been profitable. You can't even find a setup, but you got all this criticism about everyone else. That's who some of you are listening to. And you let that shit get into your head. And that's taking precedence over learning. Because if you spend time doing this, you'll see that everything else that anybody's chatting about, it's all bullshit. You're in the right place at the right time with the right person. I'm not going to hand you a bill with a credit card, swipe your this and give me your PayPal that. All this is you show up, you put the work in, learn. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be fucking hard because you're wrestling yourself. But once you finally get past yourself and get out of your own fucking way, then you'll really start to learn. And you'll see that you've made it much more harder than it needs to be. Because it's all basically psychological. You're afraid of losing money. You're afraid of being wrong. You're afraid of failing. You're afraid of your fucking spouse or your coworkers or your family members, your friends to say, yeah, I told you it wasn't going to work. It's all a pipe dream. And some of you deep down inside, listen, folks, listen. It's going to get so hard that you're going to actually create the environment for that to happen. So that way it's ending all the pain. That short little momentary embarrassment around your family and friends, and your coworkers. Yeah, I lost my fucking money. You're right. It's fucking bullshit. Nobody's making money. It's all fucking fraud. It's a scam. It's all horseshit. Because you don't want to endure. because it's hard wrestling with that feeling of, what would they think of me if I fail? Fuck that. Why are you even entertaining that shit? Listen, failure is a fucking choice. That's not a guarantee. Failure is a fucking choice. Setbacks, speed bumps, adversities, that's all part of this, like anything else. Anything worth doing is going to be fucking hard. It's going to cost money. It's going to cost time. It's going to cause you to have to put more effort into this than anything you've ever done. Weak people don't survive in this industry. Unorganized, undisciplined, irresponsible motherfuckers do not stay in this business. You have to be an adult that is an independent thinker that understands there's real risk in this shit. You can lose your ass. You can have more money taken from you than you have.
Order filled.
How's that possible? Get into a move where your stop loss doesn't get respected like a CPI number, and it full on margin calls your ass. Now you're underneath where you had in the account. It's gone. The broker's going to want that money. I've had margin calls like that. It's embarrassing the first time, but you're like, oh, fuck it. The broker says, look, you're going to be able to meet this margin call today. Nah, I'm going to need to get to you on Monday. But okay. And then they're calling your ass at 9 o'clock in the morning. You going to take care of this margin call? Yep. Wire's on its way. Scratch yourself. Okay, it's bad. Blow your leg off. It sucks. You got to get a prosthetic. Okay. If you're going to be in trading, you got to find a way to work around it. You're going to hurt yourself in this industry. You're going to. Everybody does it. No one's walked in this and went through without any scars. We all have. If you're here still, and you finally made it point to profitability, you all have these same war stories. Some of them are much more interesting than others. But largely, most of the things that you're putting yourself through are completely avoidable because you're looking for too big of a return too fast. You want to flip your accounts. You see all these fuckers on YouTube. Yeah, I'll flip my account this way, and I'll flip my account that way. I've done this, I've done that. And they're only showing you an MT4 list of trades.
Order rejected.
No engagement, no management, none of that stuff.
Order rejected.
And you fall victim to that because you see everybody else saying shit in their comment section. Oh, you're the GOAT. You're a trading god.
Order rejected.
This is godlike trading. That's nonsense. And you don't ever want to be caught up in any of that. I'm going to say this. If you read the comments on my YouTube video, it's a sugar fest. And you now understand why I did not have those comment sections open. Because all of that stuff, while I love it, it feels good as a mentor seeing it, it's needless. It's really not needed at all. And I can see how easily someone that would be slated against me would see that and say, oh yeah, this is all, him sock puppeting. That's a lot of people, isn't it? But you don't need to do that. And don't let that opinion by other people saying that they like or support what I do, don't let that shape your opinion of me. Don't, because you see other people saying, oh, ICT is the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's the GOAT. I'm not the fucking GOAT. Okay. I can't stand that. But don't let other people influence you thinking I'm better than I am because you see other people saying that I am. I want you to come here and taste and see it yourself. And if I don't live up to what you think I've said, then you say it and bring it and show all the receipts where I said this live and it didn't happen. That I showed an example and explained what I was going to do and then did it. And it wasn't in the teachings. I challenge everybody all the time, genuinely. If you think what I'm teaching is horseshit, go through the content. And I made it even shorter with the 2022 content. Go through the charts and see if that doesn't pan out. See if you can't make money with that. Shoot holes in. Do it. Listen, every time I'm trolled, if it's a really good troll or someone's, ribbing me about something, if it's noteworthy, it'll many times, like this whole discussion tonight, it'll cause me to think about something, and then I'm like, okay, I can turn this into a lecture. I'm going to get this off my chest at the same time. And then there it is. So some of my higher end trolls know how to get me to produce more content, because they know if they say certain shit, I'll be triggered because I'm like a dog chasing cars. I can't help it. Because I know invariably a lot of you that are new, or just, you'll believe any fucking thing that anybody says negative about anybody else, because it just seems like that's what should be believed. And never even seen it yourself. Never even came through and did the work and tested it, or spent time with me where I'm actually calling it before it happens. With precision. That's the part that defies all logic. If it was something retail, it wouldn't be that precise, because I've never seen anything in retail that's as precise as what I got. And I was looking for this when I first started, because I was buying every book out there thinking, okay, the RSI divergence with a 14 period is going to be the clue for me to get the highest candle. If I could just learn how to sell the highest candle, then that's it. I'll be profitable. Listen to what I was thinking about as a 20-year-old. I was demanding and only accepting being short on the highest candle. So what was I missing by only pursuing that? Any chance of ever seeing or recognizing